Familia, welcome to PaPoetic. Today we celebrate our 10th episode. 10. I wanted it to be like a mini capicu. Like if you've ever come to our open mics in Brooklyn, you're gonna see poetry, but you might see comedy, you might see live music, you might see live painting. Part of what I say when we come together in a space is that what we're engaging in is a literacy community, right? And literacy in terms of we're figuring out our language and how we want to respond to the question of who we are in the world and in this country and us within it. So before episode 10 came out, I put out a poll and I asked about two logos, and today I'm trying out the logo that won, which is the one that's kind of like Fania inspired, and have it somewhere up here, I'm sure. And I want to thank y'all for sticking with me and my crazy bright ideas. And with that, today I want to look at the work of Denice Frohman and an animated interpretation of her poem, Accents. Let's go. Denice Frohman is a very celebrated, very popular Nuyorican queer poet. She's also a slam champion and got ill skills on the basketball court.
I'm Denice Frohman, and this is Accents. My mom holds her accent like a shotgun, with two good hands. Her tongue, all brass knuckles slipping in between her lips, her hips are all laughter and wind clap. She speaks a sancocho of Spanish and English pushing up and against one another in rapid fire. Mira, there was no telling my mama to be quiet. My mama don't know quiet. Her voice is one size better fit all. And you best not tell her to hush. She waited too many years for her voice to arrive to be told it needed housekeeping. See, English sits in her mouth remix. So strawberry becomes strawberry, and cookie becomes a cookie, and kitchen, keychain, and chicken all sound the same. My mama doesn't say yes. She says, aha. And suddenly, the sky in her mouth becomes a hectolavoso. Her tongue can't lay itself down flat enough for the English language. It got too much hip, too much bone, too much conga, too much cuatro de two-step. Got too many piano keys in between her teeth. It got too much clave, too much hand clap. Got too much salsa to sit still. It be an anxious child wanting to make Play-Doh out of concrete. English be too neat for her kind of wonderful. Her words spill in conversation between women whose hands are all they got. Sometimes our hands are all we got. And accents that remind us that we are still bomba, still plena. You say huepa, and a stranger becomes your hermano. You say dale, and a crowd becomes a family reunion. Our mother's tongue is a telegram from her mother, decorated with the coquis of El Campo. So even when her lips can barely stretch themselves around English, her accent is a stubborn compass, always pointing her towards home.
Beautiful. I really love this collaboration between different kinds of artists, and I'm seeing more of them recently as I'm doing this work and digging into the archives, especially going into YouTube. The way that the artists explicitly matched the language to the images was really powerful. There's a lot of lines that you could pull out of this identity piece, right? And I think the one that really struck me here is my mother's tongue is a telegram from her mother decorated with the coquis of El Campo. Wow. By way of my take on it, right, is her language, her mother's language, is a message between generations of women that are captured in this old form that makes sense relative to their connection in space and time. Telegram as the medium and the coquis as the decorations. They have historical significance. They have ancestral significance, ancestral power. Denise in this poem is responding to something that all people, all immigrants that come to America, the United States of America, that is, But especially those that don't speak English, what they have to struggle with and what they have to decide for themselves, which is how much assimilation and how much acculturation are they personally accepting for themselves. And for some, the answer to that is this experience is not actually for me, it's for my children and it's for my grandchildren. Her tongue can't lay itself down flat enough for the English language. And English here, for in the immigrant experience of in the United States, it's a cultural leveling. Like, you're supposed to learn English, and with some groups, the home language fades and the English becomes dominant. For Denise's mother, that cultural leveling is not going to happen. English be too neat for her kind of wonderful. Her words spill in conversation between women whose hands are all they got. Sometimes our hands are all we got, and accents that remind us that we are still bomba, still plena. And being here, your hands are all you got, like you're relegated to your work life, your work self. But in finding and building community, you reclaim the power of home. Bueno, that's my take. But remember, this is just one poet's reaction to one poem. I encourage you to create a reaction video yourself and tag me at PaPo if you do so. Thank you again for being here with me, and I'm ready to go to number 11. Elevacion!